Yeah, okay, mate. ZCASH, let's have a look at it here. Beautiful. I think I did post in the group a couple of weeks ago or whatever that, there was a lot of FUD about ZCASH getting delisted or whatever. Or not delisted, but moved to the innovation zone or whatever that zone is. But that was I think that was the bottom of the market, and then we got that moved back up. So great to see. If I flip to a yearly, I can only imagine that it is to, yes, it's a bullish yearly stop hunt. So now ZCASH is technically bullish, and when you get bullish yearly stop hunts like this, if all goes well, often there can be more than 1 year to the upside. So you can get this year, and then if you continue holding, a lot of times you can get more moves back up to the upside. If everything goes to plan, of course, they can be very powerful. So at the moment, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty rosy. It just looks like it needs time. This is a bullish 3-month quarter, which looks very good. Look at this reversal. That was probably, yeah, that's a bullish yearly stop hunt on the year as well. Bullish yearly stop hunt there. That's January. Look, and you can see there, from there we continued and continued and continued into a bull market. Well, hopefully something similar plays out here. Where this can continue to the upside. So for me, it's bullish, and it's a buy and hold, and it's bullish above this white line, and dips down here are buying opportunities to be buying this for higher prices. So I would keep an eye on some dips. Let's flip to the weekly just to see. We've had 4 weeks in a row to the upside. Now the white 100 is starting to look very good, and starting to move down into price to start to compress price as these move in. So any dips down here are likely to be very good as this white 100 drops down into price, and this will continue to compress. This is into a double top here, so it may see a bit of pressure in the near term, a slight but a sell pressure is possible, but in rounding markets, right, in bull markets, in rounding markets, price likes to have a new high. Okay, so it likes to take out the previous high. So in bear markets, if we have any examples, I don't really see any here. There's not any great examples here, but I don't see any. Yeah, here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, if we move back here, sorry, I don't mean to draw on that, but here, it's not quite rounding. But if I move out here, it's not a great example, but you can see some sort of rounding sort of pattern, but it fails, and obviously it does that. Here's another failure, right? Let's look at these. It's important to distinguish between the both of them. So rounding patterns come back up to the 50 to 61% retrace and go again, drop again. Now here there's a slight change in character here. We had a cup and handle, and that cup and handle is a sign that there's a little buyers here. There's some buyers here trying to buy. Of course, there was that last flush, but if you traded the cup and handle pattern, it probably reached target. The distance of there to the distance of there would have probably reached target, and then it had one more flush. But the fact that this rounding pattern didn't fully fail, there was a slight early sign of buyers here, considering these were all very poor. These dips had no strength, and yeah, not really any strength at all, really, to be honest. There was a potential for a bit of strength, but I mean, here's your previous high. Sorry, up here I didn't draw it very well, but it came nowhere close to the previous high up here. It got to the micro, and then there was no strength. But down here was the first bull pattern that actually really played out properly, and then obviously we stop hunted that. So I know I'm getting a bit sidetracked, but I'm just kind of going through the structure of some of the trend and what to look for. But in bull markets, this usually breaks, and we usually go higher. So I would suggest that this is not dead in the near term. I'd say it's going to break these highs eventually with a little patience, but if it breaks these and gets some sort of pullback down into here or whatever, for me it's a buying opportunity, because we have that bullish yearly stop hunt. Any dips down into here, into this compression pattern, are probably then later going to lead to higher prices up here, and the first target would be the red 200 moving average. There is also a very nice uptick in volume here. As you can see, we didn't have that the entire bear market. Nothing, drifting away, and this is an increase. Slight, you can see the breakout here. This was a slight breakout of all this low volume. That was on this little tiny pattern that I talked about, where the bulls actually came through. The bulls showed their first sign of potential moving up. But anyway, yep. So that's it really. I would be holding, and I would be potentially adding on dips if you get it, or you can trade a new quarter. Now, one thing I do want to say, a caveat: if Binance delists these coins, there could be a big flush. But for now, these look very good.